In 2019, a Hollywood blockbuster was banned across Vietnam, not for violence, not for politics, but for a map. A single brief shot showing the South China Sea with China's controversial 9-dash line was enough to get the film pulled from theaters nationwide. Welcome to Lost Map Files, where we explore how lines on paper can topple governments, spark wars, and get you arrested. Tonight, when geography becomes ideology, maps aren't neutral documents. They're political statements. Every border drawn is a claim of sovereignty. Every territory shown or hidden represents power. Take China's 9-dash line, first published in 1947. This single cartographic element claims nearly the entire South China Sea, affecting 6 nations and billions in trade routes. Vietnam and the Philippines don't just disagree with it, they've banned its reproduction entirely. Movies showing the line are censored. Apps displaying it are blocked. Even children's toys showing the controversial borders are confiscated at customs. This isn't new. In the 18th century Europe, the French cartographer Jean-Baptiste d'Anville created the most accurate map of China ever produced, based on Jesuit surveys far superior to existing Chinese charts. Yet this scientific achievement became a diplomatic nightmare. Its precision revealed the true extent of Qing territories, complicating European colonial ambitions. During the Cold War, East Germany solved the problem of West Berlin simply by erasing it from official maps. On East German atlases, the capitalist enclave appeared as blank space, a geographic non-entity surrounded by socialist territory. Here's what we know from documented sources. India requires all imported globes and atlases to show Kashmir as integral Indian territory. Incorrect maps are confiscated and destroyed. The 1990s Balkans saw competing nationalist maps showing Greater Serbia, Greater Croatia, and Greater Bosnia, each erasing the other's territorial claims. Modern China maintains different versions of maps for domestic and international audiences, with Hong Kong, Taiwan, and disputed territories appearing differently depending on the viewer's location. Today's digital maps continue this tradition. Google Maps shows different borders depending on where you access it from. View Crimea from Russia, it's Russian territory. View it from Ukraine, it's disputed. Same coordinates, different political reality. In 2020, Apple Maps was criticized for showing Crimea as Russian territory when viewed from Russian IP addresses, effectively validating territorial changes through cartographic compliance. These aren't just bureaucratic quibbles, they're battles over the fundamental question of who gets to define reality. When a government controls how territory appears on maps, it shapes how people understand sovereignty, history, and legitimacy. Consider this. Every time you use GPS navigation, you're accessing a version of the world that's been filtered through multiple layers of political compromise. The route you take, the borders you see, even the place names displayed, all reflect decisions made in government offices and corporate boardrooms. The next time you open a map app, ask yourself, whose version of the world am I seeing? What territories have been emphasized, minimized, or erased entirely? Maps have always been tools of power. The difference now is that the same geographic location can exist in dozens of different political realities simultaneously, each one targeting a different audience with a different message about who owns what. In the age of digital cartography, we're all living in customized versions of reality. The question isn't whether your maps are political, it's whether you know whose politics they represent.